So I think right now would be an opportune time to really talk about some realities about having your own business. For the longest time, I was told and kind of, saw all the glamour and everything about being an entrepreneur. Like it became a fad and became really cool within the past 10 years to be an entrepreneur and all this fun stuff. I was raised by my grandpa and my dad to always want to be a businessman. That's kind of what it was. Back before entrepreneurship became cool, it was becoming a businessman and facilitating an actual business or running a business. So for the longest time, I believed, man, I was going to be a businessman. I went to college for business management. Just believed that's what I was going to be. Obviously, you guys know my story. I didn't finish college. I dropped out and I became a welder, and it was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me because I love welding. I love the trade. So with that, I wanted to kind of get into explaining all the glamour and all the exciting things, all this stuff that's being pushed down a lot of people's throats with the you got to be your own boss. You got to, be in charge of your own life. Get out of the rat race. All these things, they sound nice. They sound really spectacular. And the reason is you really got to stop and assess yourself and wonder, why do those things entice you so? And the reason why I want to do that is because I really feel like, before I keep pushing education on starting your own welding business, I want it to only be for people that are truly designed and built from, however God made you, or the mold or whatever that you came from. If you're meant to be a businessman, then that's awesome. I hope this helps you out. But if you're doing it for a get-quick-rich scheme, if you think this is going to solve your problems, you're going to really stick it to the man, you're not going to take orders from anyone anymore, you're going to become so wealthy. Let's have some real talk right now. First off, to be in the top 1% of America, look it up. You can look it up yourself right now on Google. It's an amazing thing. You can look up almost any question you have on Google. I don't even know why people ask me questions. You can find it on Google. But anyways, look it up. To be in the top 1% of earners in America, the top 1%, all you have to do is make $430,000. Now, that is a lot of money, but for some reason we have it all in our heads like, oh, you got to make millions of dollars. I'm going to be a businessman. I'm going to make millions of dollars. Top 1% of America means 99% of all of America, 326 million people, make less than $430,000 a year. So all that getting into play is, you don't need that much money to be the best of the best. And, just working a job, you can make very good pay. As a welder, I personally know you can make six figures. I was 22, 23 years old, making $125,000 a year in Alaska. So you can make good money and still be an employee. The thing that really got under my skin, and I thought that was going to be like my saving grace, it was the best, because I was going to be my own man. I was going to really stick it to the man. No one was going to tell me what to do. Well, guess what? Now I have more bosses. Now I have more responsibility. And I want this to be a very serious talk. And if this does not go viral, I'll be very disappointed. But this is the talk that no one wants to have. This is the stuff that no one wants to say when I was getting in, and why I wanted to be a business owner for the past 10 years, because everyone's like making it all fancy and awesome and really putting a bunch of fake, and I am so sick of fake. You guys know that if you've been following me any amount of time. Everything on my channel is all about being 100% real and honest with you guys. I'm nothing more than what I am. I'm not the best welder out there. I just got started, so I don't really know all that much. I'm only teaching out of what I've experienced, and that's starting a welding business. I can't teach you how to grow a successful business. I'm still growing one, still learning myself. So I'm always trying to be 100% honest with you guys. Here's the truth. Business is no better than being an employee at all. If you want to be able to go home at night, have tons of fun with your family and your kids, your wife, you want to go on vacations for 2 weeks a year, you want to have sick leave, you want to have, your retirement taken care of and stuff like that, you want to have medical, that's great. You're an employee. Be the best employee you can be, and you will excel in life. It just takes time. It takes 10, 15, 20 years to grow and to build up into a good position and get good money coming in. Because here's the fact. I can't tell you this enough. These are the facts. I go home every night thinking about, how am I going to get that next job? How am I going to pay for my bills next? When's the next time I'm going to have some income to cover my bills and provide for my family? So the time that I should be spending with my family, I'm having to now learn a whole new lesson in learning to balance and shut my brain off. Because all I do when I come home is problem solve for the problems I have 100% of the time. Every waking moment, I'm trying to problem solve. How am I going to get that next job? How am I going to get more income? How am I going to provide for my family? How am I going to be able to afford to buy medical coverage? How am I going to be able to afford to save up and get my kids through college if they choose to go to college, because that's their choice to make? How am I going to save for myself and my wife's retirement? Because this is a young man's game. I can't keep doing this forever. I can do it now. I'm 28 years old. I can bust it now. But look, if I bust it and bust it and bust for 20 years and I never save up, what's going to happen when I'm 48 years old and I'm completely wore out from running as hard as I can, stressing out every single day about when that next job is going to come in, where the money's going to come from, who I'm going to be able to provide services for? It's all going to be nothing. I'll be broken and still have nothing. So before you believe in all the hype and all the stuff about, man, you're really going to stick it to the man, well, having a business, that's where it's at. Understand that with everything great, and I've said it multiple times in my comments when I talk to you guys, and I try saying it as much as I can in videos, and I'm really going to harp on it here. Really going to get on it. Anything great and worthwhile is going to be hard. That's life. Period. That's it. There is no arguing that fact. We can all get into this false sense or this fake believing like, oh yeah, I'm going to put in a little bit of time and boom, I'm going to have this passive income. Trust me, I've read every book there could possibly be on passive income, on businesses. I consume information like there is no tomorrow. If there is anyone that can display to you what it is to have analysis paralysis, it's me. I've been reading books for 10 years. I mean, a book a week, a book every 2 weeks. Trying to solve how to never have these problems. You can't ever solve it until you actually do it. So know without a shadow of a doubt that that's what you want to do, is you want to become great. You want to become known. You want to make an impact, a dent in the world. You want to help people. You want to provide a service. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. Will it be worth it? 100%. 100%. Will you make more money than an employee? 100%. But the sacrifice is equally proportionate to the reward. That's what no one talks about. That's what no one will spend the time to tell you to your face. And I want you to understand that. The whole point of these videos is chronologically, just documenting my journey so you guys can see literally how long it will take for me to actually get a point where I think I've hit success, because I certainly don't feel it now. I'm grinding every single day. You guys get to watch me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes on these videos. Any day that I don't have like a single day off with my family, I'm working. I'm working my job. I'm working on trying to get more jobs. And then I'm also trying to produce content for you guys. So I'm packing in 10, 12, 14, 16-hour days every single day. Is it paying off yet? No, I'm still sowing. I am not reaping what I've sowed yet, guys. So please know that when you're getting into it, know what you're getting into. And don't get discouraged when it's only been like a month or 6 months or, however long. I'm only in it a little over a year for my business. And I'm still grinding away, guys. So don't get discouraged if it is something you want to do, because the payoff will be worth it. But know that if you want that payoff, make sure that it's something you want to pay for, because it's a very heavy price to be paid. Today was a little deep, but anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. And as always, I'll talk to you later.